Same way back at you. I appreciate it. I really do. I know you have many choices when it comes to travel, and I'm glad you chose to travel to me. And you've made a wise choice, by the way. I'm all for choice. I think that's important to have choice. There are too many choices nowadays, I've realized. Back in the old days, simple choices. You could go left or you could go right. They had salt, they had pepper, they had chocolate or vanilla. Now they have ice cream, 31 flavors of ice cream. That's not even including all the toppings that you have to choose from once you're in there. And, you know, you're testing them, and by the time you've had the rum raisin, you're full. You've had 30 things, and then who wants gummy worms on any food? Why do you have to even... Shouldn't be an option. Then you're in the grocery store, and the aisle, they're getting bigger, by the way, the grocery stores, because now there are so many choices of one product. One aisle is toothpaste. It used to be toiletries. It used to have now one entire, because they have different forms of toothpaste. They have gels and pastes, and there's spackle, actually, now. They have... The next aisle over is hundreds of paper towels, which... You know, and I love a paper towel. I do. I think they're marvelous things, but they have a bounty of bounty. They have... Brawny has the mega roll. Have you seen the Brawny mega? If you get the 12-pack, which I enjoy, it fills the whole cart. The entire cart is just 12 rolls of your... which then I don't have room for my Cheetos. Seriously, the 12-pack roll of paper towels, which I buy, by the way, because I think you can never have enough. I like to see a whole shelf full of paper towels, knowing that I'm always ready for a spill. But if you have the 12-pack, it is actually, you can use it as a baby futon. You can actually... If you have an overnight guest as a baby, and you just pull out the 12-pack, and the paper towels, you use it as a blanket. They're quilted, and you just roll them up. And if the baby wets the bed, even better, because it absorbs the entire thing. There's a paper towel called, and I'm not kidding, Hydrazorb, which I believe helps stop itching. And there's a Bounty Selecticize. That's the newest thing. So there's perforated towels so that you can tear off they're not, used to be just one size. Now, if you want to tear off just a tiny strip, if the spill is that small, I say leave it. I don't think... Let the ants get that one. That's a tiny amount. Or if you don't want to waste a paper towel, get a blow dryer out and blow dry the counter off. But once you pick a brand, then you've narrowed it down to a brand. Then you have to pick the pattern. There's like rubber duckies on one. There's lighthouses. There's teddy bears. And what it is, I figured out, it's a clever way to get your kids to do the housework. Davy, it's time to clean the chimney flue. Don't be sad. You can use the teddy bears. And then they have on the paper towels now, they have inspirational sayings on the paper towel. Have you seen those? I don't want to read what doesn't kill you makes you stronger while I'm trying to get a hairball off the carpet. You know? I say, stick with the original quicker picker-upper, dancing. Makes you want to say, oh, my, what? My? What is it, Tony?
Can't touch this.
I know those lyrics.
I don't know the
All right.
lyrics.
Hey, did y'all see American Idol last night? Oh, I have to mark off the board. Okay. Kevin is gone. So it's down to Kevin and Bucky, and so Kevin didn't make it. Poor little Kevin. Oh well. So now, I don't know who y'all are thinking is going to win. It's You think Carrie? How many people think Carrie? Mandisa. Oh, she's not here either. She left too. I think she's good. I think she's good. And I like Chris a whole lot. And I like Elliot a whole lot too. I don't know. There's some good ones left. We'll see. It's very interesting. All right. Well, we had a lot of choices when we booked today's show, and we chose the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme, as I like to say. This guy won an Oscar last year for the Best Supporting Actor in the movie $1 Million Baby. Morgan Freeman is here. Also, he's here to celebrate the 100th episode of his show. George Lopez, a very funny George Lopez is here. And, I love her. She's here to sing Unwritten from her CD, Unwritten. Singer-songwriter Natasha Bedingfield is here. Okay, there are only 11 days until we take the show to Universal Orlando Resort. Okay, talk about a dream come true also. One of my writers, Karen Anderson, had a dream come true also. Last year, she discovered, we come in every day and we talk about, that's how we come up with our monologues. We talk about everything that's going on in our lives. She discovered an amazing serial from Kashi. She wouldn't stop talking about it. It's called Good Friends. I don't know if you've seen the serial Good Friends. It's a healthy thing. So we had some fun with it last year on the show. All right, so Karen and I really have been talking about Good Friends so much, we thought we actually should be on the cover of a box ourselves. So we've already designed our box, and we're on the box. So if the people at Kashi want to give us a call, let us know what they think. Here we are. We're actually not real good friends because we just work together, so we're just acquaintances. But, We're just airing newly in some places, Australia and New Zealand, so if you're seeing this for the first time, we know we misspelled acquaintances. It was an embarrassment to all of us, and those responsible were out. Anyway, so Kashi saw the show, and one thing led to another, and this is actually on the shelves now. This was the joke, and now we have on the shelves Karen and her best friend made it onto the shelf. She's on Good Friends. So, say hello to Karen, one of our writers. Everybody, Karen, you're on. Karen, who are you talking to?
It's my agent.
What could be more important than this? What's going on?
No, I might be the sticker model for Chiquita Banana, so if you could just let me do this.
All right, you finish that call then. Why don't you finish that in the back? All right. While we're talking about good friends, I have an announcement to make about my good friend Tony. Not only is he an incredible DJ, but he's a very talented actor. We've shown you some parts that he's done. Before we met him, that's what he was doing. He was acting, and he was just DJing to get to a further career in acting. So I am sad to say, but I'm actually very excited for him. He's going to leave the show at the end of May, and he's going to go back to his acting, which, you know, I say follow your passion, whatever makes you happiest. And
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
So, you know, I don't know why he wouldn't stay here and act like a DJ for me, but why don't you act like you're playing a DJ or something and stick around? We love you, Tony, and we're going to cherish every day till the end of this season.
Thank you
we
very
have
much.
you.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
I bet we're probably going to do a reenactment one day about Tony. We're going to see you, how we did the reenactments for the Oscar nominees.
Yeah, those were fun.
We're going to do a reenactment for you. That's when you know you've made it, when we're reenacting scenes. If you've been watching, you know, we did that. So now the Daytime Emmys are coming up, and so we're reenacting Emmy-nominated soap operas. And today, we're going to take on a medical drama, General Hospital. We have to cast an audience member to play a sick patient. Matt Fetters, where are you? Come on down. Matt, come on down. Hi, Matt. How are you? Nice to meet you. Hold on, let me put that in your pocket, if you will. And then I'll put this right here. How's that feel? You're in show business. All right, Matt, where do you live?
Victorville, California.
What do you do?
I'm an assistant principal.
Assistant principal?
Yes.
Oh. Hey, kids! Wow. I bet the kids are scared of you. You're
Yes.
You're a big guy.
Very effective with discipline.
And what is it? Is it a high school or grammar school?
It's elementary school.
Elementary school.
K through 6.
So little kids are like this, looking up at you.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Are you familiar with General Hospital?
Vaguely, yes.
Yes. So you don't have time to watch it because you're working.
Right.
Right.
My mom keeps me informed.
Oh, good. But what about my show? Does she watch this? Your
I
mom?
get home just in time to watch your show.
Great. Okay, but your mom should watch it too. All right. So
She does.
So here's how it works in show business. A lot of times, people are reading cue cards. You know, it's not all improv, and so. You're going to be the sick guy, and you're in blue right there. You're going to read that cue card right there. I'm the German doctor, and I'll read what's in black. So whenever what's in black, I'll start, because the black thing starts, and then you read whatever's in blue. Okay?
Sounds
so
great.
I'm playing the sinister German doctor. He gave Matt a deadly virus. Quiet, please, while I get into character. Okay. How's my favorite patient?
Why would you want me to die? You don't even know me.
Real progress, science comes with a price. You have a rare illness. We probably have the antidote, but in order to test it, we need to go to extremes. You are young, you are healthy, you will fight hard.
Please give me the antidote.
I will, but in order to test efficiency of the vaccine, you must be close to death.
So I'm your guinea pig? You invented this virus.
Yes, and I'm the only one that can save you.
Not so fast.
Hey, it's Kelly Monaco from the Real General Hospital. I mean, who are you?
If you have the only antidote, then what's this?
That is my vodka, you fool. Kelly. No, Kelly, no! Kelly, will you stick around and do a real scene with me? That was a bad German accent.
Okay.
Okay, thanks a lot. That's Kelly, everybody. We'll be right back. Our first guest is one of America's favorite actors who won an Academy Award last year for his role in $1 Million Baby. His new movie, The Lucky Number 11, opens Friday, April 7th. Please welcome the very talented Morgan Freeman. Welcome. I think we ran into each other not too long ago, and I said I can't wait to have you on the show, and here you are.
Yeah.
Look how that worked out.
Well, when you said that, I said, okay.
I'll do a movie and
I set it up here.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for doing that, because I've
Pleasure.
been wanting. I'm a big fan. And you went to the Academy Awards a couple of weeks ago, and even though it wasn't exactly you, it was you. March of the Penguins won. You narrated that film.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a great film. I don't know if you saw March of the Penguins. was happy for them.
Somehow, on some level, maybe kind of secondhand, I don't know how you would put it, but there's a great lesson in that film
Yeah.
about life.
Did you know that stuff before you started reading it and narrating it about
clue.
penguins?
No clue.
Aren't they amazing?
Yeah. Well, the fact that they can even live down there is amazing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you'd think they'd want to move somewhere else.
You would think.
Yeah. And then the year before, $1 Million Baby, it seems like anything you're attached to, you're going to win an Oscar.
It's kind of like timing.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Kinda.
Yeah.
And talent, timing and talent.
Talent helps sometimes.
Yeah. And what was that night like for you? Is there a memorable part of that night last year?
Oh, well, yes. It's kind of odd. Odd to say, but the most memorable part of that whole night was the kind of sweep. You know?
Yeah.
We got Best Supporting, we got Best Director, we got Best Picture, we got Best Actress, and that was magic.
Pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And where do you keep the Oscar?
It's in a case. You know.
Specially built for the Oscar?
No, it wasn't specially built for the Oscar. If that story gets out, it's not. It a friend of mine was doing interior of my house, in my office, and he built. I needed a cabinet for. I have a lot of nice stuff, and he built the cabinet. It's about my height, 6 foot tall cabinet, glass enclosed, encased, but he put a sign in the center, top shelf. That sign said, "No parking, reserved for Oscar."
Really?
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
Yeah.
When was that built? How long ago?
1998. Yeah.
And you live in Mississippi, right?
I live in Mississippi.
How did you do during the hurricane?
Oh, no, I live way up in the north
so we
section.
weren't
We weren't affected
anywhere
at
near
all,
that.
except maybe we had 50-knot winds. Few limbs blew off of some trees,
Right.
and that was all.
And you've lived there for all your life, or did you?
No, not all my life at all. I grew up there. I graduated from high school there. I went through school there, amongst other places, but mostly there. And I left running in 1955. And my parents, who had emigrated, came back home in the mid-50s. Now it sounds strange when I say I left there because I was living with my grandmother, and then my parents, who were living in Nashville, moved back to its little town that most of us grew up in Mississippi, and bought land, and that's where I live.
And now you decided that's where you live.
That's where I am. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So it must be weird to come back here when you're living in Mississippi most of the time, unless you're doing a movie. This is such a different town for you now.
Yeah. Well, I spent nearly 30 years in New York.
Right.
A lot of back and forth.
Right.
So it's not alien. Don't get a complex.
Yeah. But I think it's cool that you choose to live. I mean, you could live anywhere, and you choose to live there, and it's.
It's very cool. You know what land prices are?
Yeah.
You know what they are here?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
You own Mississippi, you're saying.
Practically.
Yeah. The whole northern part. All right, we come back. We're going to take a break. When we come back, I think some of your most memorable work, most people grew up watching. And we'll be right back with more. You're a bad guy in this, right? You're used to being the good guy, and now you're a bad guy. Do you like that?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
It must be fun to have that.
I did a movie with Bob Hoskins, and we were doing the press thing, and someone asked him about playing a bad guy, and he gave the best answer. When you play the bad guy, all of your stuff can come out.
Right.
You can just let it go. You know, good guys, you got to be good. You got to be good. Bad guys, nobody is good all the time. At least you don't feel good all the time, right?
Yeah.
So playing the good guy, it's sort of like being able to purge a little bit. You know?
That's great. And there's this intense scene between with you and Ben Kingsley that I guess must have been fun to play. You're tied up together,
yeah,
and your enemies.
That was great.
Uh-huh.
You know, we must have shot that scene 12 times because Paul McGuigan, the director, he wanted to cover it, you know, and so we just kept doing it, and every time we did it, it's like a moment.
Yeah.
know?
That must be fun. It's like playing tennis with somebody really, really good that
Yeah.
you can just go and know they're going to hit it back.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So here's a clip. I don't know how many people remember you from the Electric Company. Do you remember that?
Somebody said yes. Wow.
I don't know why you're not singing more often in your movies. This is let's show people a clip from the Electric Company in the '70s.
I love to take a bath in a casket you will never leave a ring. By candlelight, I soak and sniff carnations in my casket that's creaky and old. I love to take a bath in a casket. In my casket, I can never catch a cold.
You remember doing that?
No.
You don't?
No, we did skits just one after another all day long.
So you don't recall that at all?
No. I know the character. His name was Vincent.
Uh-huh.
He was Vincent the vegetable vampire.
A huge
It's
body
all a
of work
blessing.
you've got, starting with that. Please welcome back a very funny George Lopez. Congratulations on 100 episodes on your show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That's amazing. What did you do to celebrate?
Warner Brothers threw us a party. Now, this is a predominantly Latino show, and Warner Brothers threw us a party at the Friars Club in Beverly Hills.
Very Latino, isn't it?
Which is incredibly Jewish.
Uh-huh.
And the guys who worked are Latinos. So when I was done eating, they said, "You finish?" I'm like, they thought everybody's Jewish. So the food is from their menu. I think Sid Caesar designed it 40 years ago. Ellen, herring. I don't even know what that, you want herring? I'm like, how about no? And a latke, and no one ate. And guys are coming over, I'm starving. And I asked the guy, what's a latke? He said, it's a deep fried potato. I said, just tell us that everything's deep fried, we'll eat it.
Yeah.
But they made me an honorary member of the Friars Club.
That's very cool.
So I'm up on the wall with all of the greatest Jewish comedians. I look, yes, thank you. But when you see the great comedians, Carl Reiner, Sid Caesar, Milton Berle, and you see my picture, I look like Ramon, the employee of the month. Aren't you happy?
Yeah. No, there's a lot of good stuff going on for you, and you're getting your star on the Walk of Fame.
I am.
That's amazing.
Yes, thank you.
That's incredible.
You know, I have to put it in myself, but it still counts. You know what's great about that is that I'm turning it into a huge party, Ellen. I'm having mariachis to play. And every year on March 29th from 10 to 10:30, mariachis will play from now till forever.
Really?
Yes, forever. It's not quite Joe DiMaggio taking a rose to Marilyn Monroe's crib, but it's my version of. So I wanted to get street vendors to sell corn and balloons and, do smog checks. I want to bring out my people, right?
So, smog checks.
Smog checks. And the city of Hollywood told me that I couldn't because they wouldn't allow an ordinance. And I'm thinking, you know what? We built a tunnel between Mexico and the United States. We don't need ordinances.
Yeah.
with recessed lighting. So we're gonna have a huge party, and it's gonna be great in the street, and I'm sure someone will give birth.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And when is that happening?
That is March 29th at
That's
10
very-
a.m. Everyone is invited, so
Yeah,
everybody come
that's
out.
great. And now, are you off this week, or are you done this?
We're wrapped, and we wrapped a couple of weeks ago. Ellen, I'm so bored.
Really?
I cut my own hair with a clipper that I got at the drugstore, and I left a trail back here, like on the side of your house, and I went to a place for $9, and I blamed it on my wife. The lady goes, "What happened?" I said, "My wife." And now, you know, so now I'm home, and I have a 9-year-old daughter. I didn't even know. I have a 9-year-old daughter who is so different from the way that I grew up. First of all, she gets an allowance. I had no idea, nor would I have ever asked my grandmother for an allowance. My grandmother would have said, "I allow you to live, now get out of here." You know, when we were kids, we didn't get allowance. You know, I didn't learn how to swim till I was 9, and how they taught me was they just picked me up and threw me in, you know. Yeah. Let him drink the whole pool. He's gonna learn. Leave him alone.
Sure, you're a great dad. All right, George Lopez is on Wednesdays at 8 on ABC. We're going to get an update on a crazy dream after this. Don't go away. Yesterday, with the help of American Express, we surprised a viewer and told her we were going to make her crazy dream of hot air ballooning come true. Take a look. So I realized that you have a list, and there's things you still want to do. And I thought, well, wouldn't that be fun to make something like that happen for you? So what you're going to do, I hope you like getting up early. You're going to go hot air ballooning over Temecula wine country, and I think it's incredible that you set goals like that. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Give me a hug. She just got back and is here to tell us all about it. Please welcome Becky Kowalczyk. So you said you wanted to go hot air ballooning. You went hot air ballooning.
I did.
All right, so, and how long were you up in the balloon?
About an hour.
An hour?
An hour.
Was that long enough? Not long enough?
It was probably long enough.
Yeah? And did you stand? Are there seats or you stand?
No, there's no seats on that ride.
How many people were in the basket?
The pilot, the camera guy, and me.
Just the three of you. And was it incredible?
It was awesome. I'm going to go home, and I want to plan a balloon party, and I want to get all my friends to do it. It was awesome.
Really? What's so great about, I guess because it's silent, right?
You could go up, and you don't even realize you're going up off the ground, and you're already up there, and it's quiet. And you hear the traffic in the distance, but the higher up you go, the quieter it is. It was incredible.
Well, let's take a look at the footage.
So we're flying down the grapefruit alley here.
Can I get one?
Sure.
The dream come true, I can't even describe it. I got you something.
I was going to say, you couldn't have gone that high. You picked a grapefruit. Thank you so much. That's what you picked? I was like, wow, you got to get up higher than that. You're just...
Well, we did go 1,000 feet.
Well, yeah, eventually. I thought that's a little scary that you're hitting trees and knocking birds out of the nest. All right, well, we have one more surprise for you, because that was just one of your dreams. And this wasn't on the list, but we're going to do it. You're going to France. 8 days, 7 nights, luxury accommodations. You're going to Paris, Nice, the French Riviera. You're going to hot air balloon in Paris. So she's going to hot air balloon in Paris. And you're gonna and you're gonna whitewater raft, which is one on the Seine River. How about that? That's for you. We're gonna be right back with another General Hospital reenactment. reenactment. Don't go away. I want to thank my guests, Morgan Freeman, George Lopez, Natasha Bedingfield, and Becky Kowalczyk. Tomorrow, Liza Minnelli's going to be here, and now it's time for another soap opera reenactment from the Emmy-nominated General Hospital with Kelly Monaco. Who are we playing?
I'm going to play the role of Carly Alcazar, and that's played by Laura Wright. And you're going to be playing Robin Scorpio, who's played by Kimberly McCullough.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Robin? All right.
Robin.
I'm Robin.
However,
Yes.
Robin is a brunette, so...
Oh.
And I can't believe I'm doing this, but Carly's a blonde.
Okay.
I've never been blonde ever in my life.
This is brunette?
Well, you know, close.
We look like cave people. Ugh. All right.
I feel like Cher.
Okay. I wish I felt like Cher. All right. You'd better stay away from me or I'm going to take a restraining order out on you.
Yeah, you could do that, or you can get a life of your own and stop being so jealous of mine.
Oh, jealous? Get over yourself.
You know what? You can't stand the fact that I'm confident and I have love and joy and children and a whole lot of men.
Oh, your best friend just died, and look, you're already hitting on the father of her child. Well, here's an idea. Why don't you just try spending some time with your own children?